Hi there, it's Stacie Tatera, the Milwaukee medium, and I am here on this very first day of October to do your weekly angel card reading. And I'm super excited because first and foremost, we're starting a new month. And secondly, I want to wish everybody who has a birthday in October a very happy birthday. And October, I think for a lot of us is a super fun month. There's a lot of fun around Halloween and just the changing of the seasons. So I'm very excited that we're into October. So I hope everybody's doing well, had a great week. Couple reminders before I get started with the cards. October 19th is my Halloween gallery, medium circle, spirit circle, whatever you want to call it, event. It's basically an opportunity for you to come in and be a part of a really fun group, and I'm doing readings, as many as I can get through in 2 hours. And then afterwards we all hang out and I'll have some music playing, we'll have some snacks, excuse me, courtesy of my good friends Jenny and Tina, who are my baker friends, so they take good care of me with baked goods. So, because if you don't know this about me, I love baked goods. It's probably a problem, but but they'll have some good treats for us, and cider, and it's just a fun evening. So we're gonna cap it around 25, 27 people. It will be at Copper and Pearl on the 19th. So if you have an interest in getting a ticket or reserving your spot, you just have to make a deposit. You can go to my website or Facebook, MilwaukeeMedium.com. Find me on Facebook, Stacie Tatera, Medium Teacher Healer. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this week's angel cards. I felt very guided, and just real quick, if you do have any questions about the event or anything like that, don't hesitate to just shoot me an email at MilwaukeeMedium@gmail.com. And I'm happy to help you. One of the things that I've heard a couple people comment, you can only sign yourself up. You're not able to sign up for other people. And that's something that I talked to Schedulicity about, and that's just the way their platform is set up right now. I'm hopeful that maybe they'll change that at some point, but right now that's how it works. So again, if you have an interest, it's $45 for the evening. We start at 7, readings till 9, and then from 9 to 10, we'll have our little social. Copper and Pearls is a cute little place right here in Oak Creek. So again, if you can make it, that would be great. So I haven't used this deck for a weekly reading in a while, and I brought home actually both of my James Van Praagg decks because I, as many of you know, did some training with James Van Praagg for mediumship. And I just love these cards, and I love this deck, and I love purple, as a lot of you may or may not know. But I love this deck because it's just got that great purple vibe to it. Even the front of the box is that way, and the cards. So I just love, love, love these cards, and they're popping nicely. Real quick, another reminder as we're waiting for this next card to pop up is my Spiritual Foundation class. November 17th at the Crown Plaza. This is a full day class. It's $140, $25 deposit just required to hold your spot. This is a class that really gives people a wonderful foundation of how to start a spiritual practice if you have one, how to evolve that, how to take things to the next level. And it's interactive. We keep the class small enough that Laurie and I can really work with people, because Laurie will be helping me with this class as well. So it's exciting, and I hope you can make it. And again, all of that stuff is information for the classes is listed on my website. Excuse me. So if you have an interest, please do sign up. We have about 10 to 15 more spots open, but I have a feeling now things are going to start filling up as people get a little bit more settled into this next month. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say today. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. This is about taking care of yourself. This is about making sure you're doing what you can to stay and be healthy. What's interesting is that a lot of people already, is just at least in my area here in the Milwaukee area, have gotten sick with colds or some stomach stuff very quickly. And it comes out of nowhere and it hits you hard and fast. And so you don't have a whole lot of warning. So I feel like, you know, there are other areas that are experiencing this kind of stuff with health as the seasons change and the kids go back to school. I think it's pretty common. But I do feel like this card is Spirit's way of saying honor your health, take care of yourself, make sure that you don't allow yourself to get run down, rest when you need to rest. I've also been hearing a lot of people saying that they're just so tired and really draggy lately. For me, that was me last week. It was like I was pretty wiped out. So fortunately, I have a biomat that I can use at home. I offer biomat sessions at the center, but I use it here for me and my family, and it's a wonderful, wonderful tool to have because of just the infrared heat and the healing component of the amethyst crystals. So really do your best to take care of yourself, especially as we go into, like, we're really transitioning seasons and the weather is changing. And so I think it's pretty common for us to, this is the time of year, so up your emergency, make sure you're getting your rest. If you use essential oils, it's so funny. I have honey and then I have fresh lavender, like right here. My neighbor Trish brought me over some lovely lavender, and I was out of honey, so I got some local honey to put in my tea and food and stuff to just kind of help, you know, take care of myself. So take care of yourself, watch your health. If there's something that you've been working on to go towards to better your health, continue to do that. If you've been getting kind of some insights and messages saying you need to go in and get checked out for something or some reason, honor that. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself that way. I feel like Spirit's also kind of pushing you to, if you have been thinking about getting some blood work done, or you're thinking about starting a new supplement regimen, or you're researching new products for yourself, move forward, do it. That's what Spirit's telling us to do. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. This is such a wonderful message and a beautiful card. I think for a lot of us, self-esteem, self-confidence can be very hard. And I think that it impacts both men and women. And I feel like for women, it can be a little bit tricky because we at times don't feel really good about ourselves. We compare ourselves to other people. We knock ourselves down physically. We feel like we should look or be or, you know, represent something that I don't even know if it exists. And so, you know, this is just a really good reminder to really feel good about who you are and where you're at. And over the weekend, I had done a meditation and I posted this on Instagram and Facebook where Spirit had said to me, you know, we are enough. I am enough. And that goes into that self-esteem bucket. It's like, I'm enough where I am and what I'm doing. And excuse me, sometimes we have to be reminded of that because we forget. And we can be impacted by other people's behavior. We can be impacted by the words of others. And it can kind of break us down and help us, or we don't feel good about ourselves, right? And so when those things happen, so this card is really remembering that you have your own special gifts. They were given to you. They are yours. And everybody's on their own journey. You cannot compare yourself to other people. You cannot compare yourself to where they're at versus where you're at. And I think we do that. Our ego just is so programmed to do those things that even myself, I have to keep myself in check sometimes. You know, my journey is my journey. There are other people out there that do similar work, and they're at different phases and stages of what their work should be because that's their journey. And it's the same thing for you in regards to relationships or where you are in terms of your family. Sometimes people put pressure on themselves, like, I haven't had a child yet and I'm going into my 30s. Okay, that's okay. You know, again, just really being confident, holding that self-esteem very close to your heart, understanding that when you're confident and you have that self-esteem, you really allow yourself to bring more awesome energy into your space because you're in that high vibration of really solid, good self-esteem. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So this is interesting too as we get towards the end of the week. You know, friendships come and go and they shift. And I think that the message around this card is that there are certain people that come into our lives and they come in for a reason. And very often they're meant to teach us something. And so sometimes we have friends that teach us a lesson, and it could be hard. It could be, an easier type of experience. It's just to find joy, to find happiness. That person brings out the best in you. And then there are times when we feel like a friendship has betrayed us or hurt us, or we're feeling like they're not necessarily doing things that are in everybody's highest good. And that can get tricky. And I feel like this card is reminding us that no matter what those friendships are, whether they are on the positive side or maybe more of a challenging side, is that person's in your life for a reason to teach you something. And sometimes once you learn the lesson, the friendship or the relationship does end. And then other times it continues. I have friends that I've had for over 30 years, and they're more like family to me now. And I think everyone can probably attest to that. But friendships are very important. They help us to see the world the way we need to sometimes. Sometimes, again, it can be challenging. It can be difficult. And I think we just have to understand that we kind of have to go with the flow with that. But they're in your life for a reason. And the other thing I'm getting is, what kind of friend are you? Spirit's asking you to maybe take inventory on what kind of friend you are to other people. Are you someone that works out of integrity and love and honesty, compassion, kindness, honesty, fun, awesomeness? Or are you someone that is jealous and, tears your friends down, talks about them behind their back? Are you a friend that feels insecure and you don't have the self-esteem that you need in that relationship? So, take a look at how you present yourself as a friend, and maybe take a look at where you maybe need to make some changes or shifting, either good or, in a better direction that's more healthy. So very interesting. And I like that friendship card too, because I think sometimes we stay in friendships because we've been in them for so long. And sometimes we know it's time to end the friendship. And I feel like we need to be okay with that. We need to be able to step back from someone and say, this isn't in alignment with me anymore. This doesn't work really. This isn't very comfortable for me anymore. And that is okay. And I think that sometimes we stay in these relationships, in these friendships, because we've been friends with somebody for so many years, when a good portion of that was either toxic or not healthy for us. So I think that towards the end of this week, we might fall into seeing some of these types of situations with friendships or relationships. And I also feel like Spirit's saying, take off your rose-colored glasses and look at things and situations the way they're meant to be seen, so that you can really learn what you're meant to learn, okay? So very, very good stuff. So very self-taken care of, really wanting to take care of yourself with these cards. The health card, the self-esteem, which I think is so important, that self-worth piece, that self-love piece. We talk a lot about that in the spiritual foundation class, because it is so important, and it is very much a spiritual foundation. And then the friendship piece, where, you are looking at the friendships that you have, deciding, what awesome things there are friends that bring into your life, maybe some things that need to be ended with friendships, and then taking inventory on how you are as a friend. And I think that's really very good and very, very relevant. We're in that space. I'm seeing a lot of that within my own life, and then also with my clients and in my spiritual practice. So very awesome stuff. So thank you for tuning in this week. Again, if you're interested in setting up a time to see me for mediumship, psychic reading, you can go right to my website, milwaukeemedium.com, schedule with Stacie. There's a schedule now button, walks you through the process. And if you go to that spot too, you'll see a list of classes. The Halloween event is on there. I have a Reiki 1 class coming up in December. So there are some things or Reiki 2 rather. But there are some things coming up schedule-wise, and then there have been some things scheduled for next year already. I do a yearly angel card reading for the year to help you better understand and know what to expect in the upcoming year, and to address any questions you have. That's on Saturday, January the 5th. It's almost full, if you can believe that. So if you do want to get in that and get a time slot, please do email me at milwaukeemedium@gmail.com, and I can let you know what times are available for that. So thank you so much. I look forward to seeing many of you soon. I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great start to the month as we get into Halloween and October, which is just an exciting time. And I wish my mother a very happy birthday, because October 29th is her 70th birthday, and she's actually retiring this month too. So actually November 1st, but we're like pretty close. So I'm super excited and happy for her. So anyway, have a good week. Many blessings. Love your comments. Make sure you leave them on the Facebook page or YouTube. Take care. Bye-bye.